நீராறும் கடலுடுத்த நிலமடந்தை கெழிலொழுகும் சீராறும் மதனமென திகழ்வரத கண்டமிதில் எக்கணமும் அதில் சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை முதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறம்பியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय.
मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय.
असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति.
देह शिवावर मोहे शुभ कर्म के कबू ना करूं. देह शिवावर मोहे शुभ कर्म के कबू ना करूं. न डरूं सो जब जाए करे अपनी जीत करो निश्चय करे अपनी जीत करो निश्चय करे अपनी जीत करो. देह शिवावर मोहे शुभ कर्म ते कबू ना करो. देह शिवावर शुभ कर्म ते कबू ना करूं. और सीखो अपने मन को ऐलान हो गुण तो कुछ रो. ऐलान हो गुण तो कुछ रो. ऐलान हो गुण तो कुछ रो. देह शिवावर मोहे शुभ कर्म ते कबू ना करो.
Hi, good
Good
afternoon
afternoon.
to
Good
everybody.
afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir. A very good afternoon. Namaste, Vanakkam, Sasrikal to all the dignitaries and participants across the country. With the blessings of Almighty Guru Nanak Dev Ji, I, Dr. K. Umadevi, extend a very warm welcome to the respected chief patrons, distinguished chief guests, eminent resource persons, convener, advisor, organizing secretaries, and the key instrumentalist of this program, CMA Rakesh Shankar Ravi Shankar, on the concluding day of 5 days capacity enhancement program on information technology in commerce and business, jointly organized by Guru Nanak College and Information Technology Committee, the Institute of Cost Accountants of India. For the past 4 days, we have an incredible turnout of viewers, including faculty members, students, and scholars from all over the country. I extend a heartfelt welcome to all those who have joined us for this closing session. May I now take the pleasure in inviting Dr. P. Sridharan, Assistant Professor, PG and Research Program of Commerce, to introduce our distinguished guest, CMA Arijit Goswami, Council Member, Member Information Technology, Member Facilities Committee, Chairman, Public Sector Undertakings Coordination Board. Over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon to all.
Sridhar.
I take immense pleasure to introduce a keynote speaker of Day 5 session, CMA Avijit Goswami. He is a certified public accountant from USA and also certified management accountant from Institute of Management Accountant, USA. He is a law graduate, LLB from Kolkatta University, and a fellow member of both the Institute of Cost and Accounts of India and Cost and Institute of Company Secretaries of India. He also holds a diploma in business finance from the Institute of Certified Financial Analyst of India. He has over 30 years of post-qualification experience in manufacturing, retail, hospitality, real estate, and academic sectors. He has a rich experience in establishing and developing international chain of restaurant, retail, supermarket, hybrid market, mall, community centers, and real estate business in India, USA, and United Arab Emirates. He also served a director, finance and investment in a group of companies owned by Government of Dubai, engaged in the business, supermarket chain, trading and real estate. His professional competence and strength are formulating business policies and practice, fund management, implementing effective finance and inventory management system, cost control and management system. He also has an interest in the field of e-commerce, IT securities, taxation, corporate laws, and he has elected as a honorary vice chairman and the chairman of the Eastern India Regional Council of Institute of Cost Accountant of India in the year 1999 and 2000 respectively. CMA Avijit Goswami was also elected as a Central Council member for the period 2015 to 19, and he was a chairman of the Research, Journal and Information Technology Committee of the Institute of Cost Accountant of India during the tenure. A Central Council member, he was also a member of Finance Committee, Examination Committee, Professional Development Committee, Banking and Insurance Committee, and International Affairs Committee of the Institute of Cost Accountant of India. He also a member of International Taxation Committee of Associated Chamber of Commerce in India. With these few words, we are delighted to have you with us, sir, to deliver a keynote address for the capacity enhancement program. Sir, we are happy to honor and welcome you for today's session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Sridharan. Uh, Honorable patrons of the programs, Presidents Manjit Singh Nair, our President of Institute of Cost Accountants of India, Mr. Ashin Dalwadi, uh, other dignitaries, and Mr. CMA Rakesh Ravi Shankar, and the chairman of the IT committee, Mr. TCA Srinivas Prasad, and Honorable Speaker, Mr. Praveen Hebali. It's a proud privilege for me to be invited on this August gathering, and I think that this 3 days program is going to be a landmark in the for both the institutes. and I'm really proud and honored to be here. The topic chosen is very apt, and what I feel that in the finance and business studies nowadays, huge importance is coming for the IT and information technology, and moreover that all the courses what I see that going to be IT enabled. So there have been different sessions on these aspects. Today, the one of the most important aspect in this session is on cloud, and there are a lot of other areas also, but I have got our honorable speaker over here. He will explain the implications, but from my side what I can say that through cloud there are a lot of positive and other sides of the cloud, choosing cloud, that one of the best experience and one of the most important thing of the benefit of cloud is that the investment comes at a low, very low for the business owners, and there are certain things which business owners cannot afford to have their own data center. In that case, cloud helps. But there is other negative side of this. There are certain security issues are there. The data security issues comes also in case of cloud. And more than that, the data integrity part also, data lost, disaster recovery system is there. So a lot of other factors, important factors are there, which are taken care of in the business. But thing is that we cannot ignore that, and we cannot, many business, especially the small business, cannot afford to have their own data center, or they cannot afford to invest in the hardware for the data. So role of cloud has become very important, and that's why we see around that business of data center is also increasing day by day by leaps and bounds. So these things will be explained, and from the business owner's point of view, what they need to be confident about their data security and protections of uh, data from their part. So we have got very renowned speaker over here, and I hope that he will explain all the aspects of this cloud in business and the commerce, and with this knowledge, with this takeaway from his things, we will be able to enrich the knowledge of our members also. Will be enriched, our members and students will be enriched, and the future really is for this data center and cloud areas. So with these words, I would like to request our speaker to take it over. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. Thank you, Mr. Prasad.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. At least giving a brief or highlighting on the role of cloud for the finance and security, and how the business of data center is increasing day by day. So thank you, sir, for having made your presence and giving us to go ahead with these sections. Thank you, sir. May I now invite Dr. P. Sridharan, Assistant Professor, PG and Research Program of Commerce, to introduce today's technical session speaker, CMA Praveen G., Senior Vice President, Finance and Country Head, India Eris Global. Sir, over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon to all. I take pride and privileges to introduce the technical session 8 speaker, CMA Praveen Hebali, Senior Vice President and Country Head, India Aris Global. He was in Wipro for 15 years in various capacity in finance domain. He is a member of Institute of Cost and Management Accountant of India, and he is also an expert in the field of taxation, corporate laws, e-commerce, and IT securities. With these few words, we are delighted to have for the capacity enhancement program for the 5th day session. Sir, we are happy and honored for having eminent personality with us, sir. And I humbly welcome you to deliver technical address. Over to you, sir.
Sir, thanks giving to Mr. Praveen Hebali. So it is our really it's our proud privilege to have you with us, sir. So on behalf of the institute, I would like to thank you. I will again join back during the valedictory because I'm at Delhi attending a meeting in the institute, sir. All the best. Thank you, sir. Thanks for in accepting our invitation. We are honored. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Do you all hear me well?
Yeah,
Yes,
we
sir.
are
Yes,
able
sir.
to.
Okay. Thank you for the great welcome and thanks for inviting me into this session. I'm a finance professional, and the flair that I would like to bring today is really from the side of a finance professional. How do we look at uh, the cloud and security, especially when it comes to growing our business or when we are adopting technology? As all of you would have seen over last several days, in this ever changing landscape of technology, uh, it's really cloud is something that's becoming ever more important. You are also introduced to ERPs and MIS related stuff and many other cybersecurity related areas over last 3-4 days. My responsibility is to introduce you all to cloud and security, especially from a finance professional's perspective. So the paradigm that has this is the cloud is a paradigm that has changed, transformed, I would say, the way we do business today, and the businesses operate and individual interact with each other and exchange of data. As organizations worldwide embark on this journey of cloud, they find businesses in a dynamic scale to really harness its benefits while mitigating a range of issues and roadblocks, as we call. So I will start sharing my screen. Let me know when you're all able to see my screen. Just give me one moment. Do you all see my screen? Rakesh?
Sir, we are yet to see your screen, sir. Please use screen share option. Present,
Yeah, I did
share
that.
screen. Share screen. The entire screen, sir.
Yes, is it visible now? Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so today's agenda would be introducing you all to the different terminologies that are used in cloud, what is on-premise, what is cloud, and types of cloud deployments that we see often. And then what is cloud versus on-premise. These are the words that you would have often heard. And what are the key reasons for one to really consider migration to cloud, and some of the challenges that that companies or businesses would face in migrating to cloud, and strategies, some inputs for a successful migration. Being a practitioner, I have seen that these strategies really work well, and some of the SaaS related ERPs, as well as the cloud service providers that I will list at the end of it. So moving ahead, introduction. So historically, businesses have set up their IT and hardware infrastructure in their own data centers, oftentimes used to be just next to their office or someplace within some space within their offices. And as the evolution happened, then there were data centers that came in which dedicated some space for many businesses. And a typical on-premise is where the IT infrastructure and software is located within an organization's physical office and hosted on-site at the office of the business. Or many times there are cloud service providers who dedicate some space for a specific business. That's generally called a private tenant. So that is also another way, another on-premise solution, but managed by a third party. On-premise means software that's installed on physical hardware that is owned by the organization, located in the physical premises of the organization, usually in the organization's own data center. So it's also, you would have heard on premises or on-prem and all of that. It's all one and the same. And on-premise computing, the IT staff has more control over the servers, hardware, and data configuration, security, and management, because they can access data physically. This means all your internal teams will have access to data and important information, and no third party can access it remotely. So this is really what on-premise means. What's an on-premise network? An on-premise network is a corporate IT network that is hosted and monitored within the company, and only your employees can access it. So all the data and physical servers, everything is residing at your location and is available for your disposal. This gives organizations a higher level of control and allows their IT teams to personally configure the solutions according to the needs of the organizations. So if you see, all this looks like on-premise is the right solution, but as we move ahead, I'll show you why cloud becomes more and more important. What does the cloud mean? So the cloud refers to the software, servers, and services that run over the internet rather than locally on the computers and hardware of the organization, right? So cloud servers are located all around the world and in different big data centers. You can access cloud services through your web browsers such as Google Chrome or Firefox or any other web browsers. Some cloud services providers also have dedicated mobile apps to access cloud services. For example, AWS could also be accessed on mobile phone. One of the key technologies for cloud computing is virtualization, which allows creating virtual machines. When these multiple machines run simultaneously, many virtual servers are created, and then the usage of these servers is multiplied. So this creates a whole host of data centers. This allows cloud service providers to serve more than one organization at once, and at a much more lower cost if the company were to actually set up everything on their own. Some of the examples of cloud providers, service providers for consumers include Google Drive, Dropbox, Office 365, iCloud, OpenDrive, Netflix, and many others. So again, I have provided link. I'll share this presentation with the organizers. So there are a lot of links I have provided here. Anyone interested in reading further, please use these links to understand more. Moving ahead, there are different types of cloud computing. So or the deployment basis, the deployment. So there is public cloud, which is third party owned, where multi-tenant deployments, that means a single instance of application catering to multiple customers or multiple clients. And it's a right to access. That means you need to have an internet to access public cloud. And then the beauty of it is pay as you use. So you pay only for the usage. Operating costs for the company, it's not a capex and becomes an opex for the company. And these are further divided into infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. So when we talk about infrastructure as a service, the infrastructure requirements of the company are met here. Various platforms that are used, as well as the softwares that are required, everything is available on cloud on a multi-tenant basis. And multi-tenant, when I say, is a shared an application that is shared by many tenants. Private cloud is very similar to an on-prem. However, it is just managed by a third party. So the resources are dedicated to a single customer. And this is a characteristics of highly secure and regulated industries such as banks and the military setups and many other government organizations. These are generally hosted on a third party data center, but they are dedicated for a specific customer. Hybrid cloud is a combination of these two, as you can see. So some of the critical activities are done in a private cloud, but the advantage of public cloud is leveraged by for computing capacities and additional workload that is required, routing the non-critical activities to these public clouds. So these are the types of cloud computing or cloud offering. So as it's a simple picture where I have tried to explain what cloud means and how is it going to be looking like. So moving ahead, so we will cover the key differences between on-site, so cloud versus on-premise. So some of the key differences is really about location and hosting. So one of the key differences between on-premise and cloud is the location of the servers, operating systems, and software applications. On-premise software is installed in the computers and servers of the organizations locally, whereas cloud is hosted off-site on the server of the cloud provider, and you can access it through a web browser. And many times you will just know where the data center is located and where the replication is maintained and many other aspects. However, it's very hard to really know where your data is residing. So in an on-premise setup, everything is hosted in an organization's on-premise environment, and resources are deployed within the company's IT infrastructure. Maintaining the server, software, and all related components is the responsibility of the organization. So cloud, a third-party provider, hosts everything in a public cloud. The cloud service provider is also responsible for maintaining the servers, software, and all the other resources. So why do companies consider moving to cloud? So some of the drivers that fuel the cloud momentum is the topmost really is scalability and flexibility, while cost optimization and many other aspects are there. So the cloud offers unparalleled scalability, allowing organization to seamlessly adjust their resources based on the demand. So if you have to imagine setting up servers where the peak remains only for a month or two, then one has to really plan for the peak and then set up all the IT infrastructure. Whereas in case of cloud, you could buy the computing power as you need, and then when you don't need, you can just offload it and you'll be charged only for the usage. So that's the beauty of cloud in terms of scalability. So companies can do away with over provisioning of infrastructure to meet seasonal demand spikes and improve operational efficiency. So flexibility is being able to access over cloud from any part of the world, and then overnight the capacity can be increased and then decreased, and one can maintain switch off switch on various servers and all of that. That's the kind of flexibility the cloud gives an organization. Cost optimization, so I'll come to savings, but this optimization is mainly around capex versus opex. So in case of cloud services, what you pay is an operating cost rather than a capex. If you have to set up everything, the entire capex investment has to be incurred upfront for example, the hardware, software, space, and the entire setup, maintaining the application and refreshing the hardware. Multiple things have to be maintained, whereas cloud services, they everything is maintained by the third party, and then you just pay as you use. Focus on core business rather than investing in an IT team to maintain various servers. Companies can focus and then realign these resources to their core business and let the cloud operators manage day-to-day activities of maintaining this infrastructure at a much lower cost. And then innovation, so cloud native softwares and many things that are available, and for a fraction of the cost. If you have to buy licenses for softwares, they would cost significantly higher, but in case of cloud, you can just use these softwares only for the time you need, and then really you will be able to experiment many things, and it provides a fertile ground for innovation, agility, and digital transformation initiatives for companies. Moving ahead, continuing with the drivers. So global accessibility with data accessible from anywhere with adequate authentication. Of course, you can decide how the authentication needs to be maintained. There can be multi-factor, multi-OTP based, and various types of authentications that are possible to access the data. So it is up to company to define the level of security that it wants to in terms of providing access to the data. And mobility is fully enabled, and many, especially during the pandemic and prior to that, while cloud was picking up during the pandemic, it really kicked off well and then grew significantly. All of us were able to work from home without much impact. Of course, initial challenges were there, but many companies completed audits without ever visiting the office, and the auditors were able to do. Our company did the entire SAP S4 HANA migration without visiting the office in 2020, and we completed audit. So all this was possible because we were leveraging the cloud environment. And it also enables collaboration, especially in a remote environment, and usage of Office 365, Teams, OneDrive, SharePoints, and all of that have enabled collaboration globally. And then Microsoft Teams that we all use, are aware of, is not just a communication tool anymore. It's a tool for collaboration, sharing of data, information, and to monitor progress of key projects. Cost savings, last but not the least on this list. So with on-premise solutions, your organization has to pay for the hardware as well as for all the replacements or refreshing the hardware. And then you need to buy maintenance, you need to keep the team available all the time to monitor. Because you own and control the hardware, you pay for all the maintenance costs. All application upgrades are to your account. Added to these are the security, space cost, power consumption that a company needs to incur in order to maintain an on-prem solution. So most of the cloud infrastructure today have a good ROI. In fact, in our company, we were showing our customers, we are a SaaS company, we were showing our customers a payback period of 3 to 5 years. That includes the hardware, software refreshment, and then maintenance of IT department, and then upgrading of all the softwares that are there on the system and the applications that they use. I'll move ahead. Some of the challenges that companies have to overcome if they have to decide to move to cloud are data security and compliance. So while cloud service providers offer robust security measures, ensuring data privacy and compliance remains a challenge. A poorly configured application can expose data of the other clients. For example, you could, if you are accessing although the chances are minimal, but there is a possibility that the data combing link could happen, or someone could view the data that they are not supposed to view on the application. That is a poor configuration, and the companies need to be fully aware of such challenges and make sure that when their applications are configured or when their systems are configured, they are foolproof. And other tenants' mistakes could sometimes impact your organization. With respect to compliance, changing regulations could hamper the cloud migration. If you look at the closed economies, or in terms of sharing information, China and India and many countries have a lot of regulations, including Europe, for example, GDPR, and then HIPAA regulations in the US. There are a lot of challenges, compliance requirements in terms of sharing, maintaining the data on the cloud. So even in India, if you see the recent changes where accounting and physical accounting related data has to remain in physical servers in India. So there are many companies that are grappling with this challenge, where they had maintained their global financial data somewhere in Europe on their ERP like SAP or NetSuite or any other application that they were using. Similarly, military applications, banking applications need the highest level of security needs absolute attention here. And the second challenge that one needs to try to overcome is data transfer and integration. So migrating existing applications, especially the legacy systems, could be quite intricate, right? So what happens is the company would have customized certain applications over a long period of time, and migrating them over to SaaS or cloud can pose multiple challenges. And then the challenges of data loss during the migration needs to be addressed meticulously as well. I'll move ahead. So the other challenge that one needs to consider is vendor lock-in. The vendors like AWS, Azure, or IBM, Oracle, Google Cloud. The switching is not easy once you set up the entire infrastructure with them, with all the technical stack that you need. It's not easy to move. So many times you might be stuck with one vendor for a long time. Therefore, it's important to really design the portability well. So having said that, all the service providers are evolving and providing significantly, and the cloud costs are going down day by day, month by month, and then the application security is increasing day by day. And the limitations on customizations and maintenance of integrations. So many SaaS products offer a single instance application where there is one application instance which is accessed by multiple tenants. So therefore, the core application will remain the same, and the configurations for each tenant will be different. So therefore, if you are used to significant customizations, there appears to be some cultural changes that are required to be done in order to embrace and adopt cloud offerings. So the configurations can be done, but all configurations, even they are customized for you, but they are still configurations. There is limitation to these configurations, and the core product, if you need any change, you will have to submit it to the company or the firm that you are using the software from or the application from. They will have to put it in their product roadmap, and then that has to come in as a enhancement or a functionality. So the customization may not be immediately possible. It needs to be taken up by the company that's offering the solution. Cost management. This is an extremely important one. We have experienced this often. So without proper governance and understanding of what costs we are incurring, and frequent review, costs can escalate quickly, and then before you noticing it, the cost could skyrocket. So we experienced it when we migrated SAP from ECC to HANA on cloud. So the application was there on AWS, and then we had kept it open for 24/7, and then there were multiple servers set up, like the development environment, quality, and various things. Everything was adding to the cost. When we started looking at budget versus actual, we realized that how inefficiently we were managing the entire costs, and then now we are incurring lower costs than what we had budgeted. So it's really possible, but only with a proper review, understanding of what costs are being incurred, and many other aspects around that. Change management, often a shift to cloud, requires cultural mindset shift, which requires significant change management efforts. So that what I mean by this is that the employees will no longer be able to access directly. They will have to go through web. Similarly, the companies have to modify their processes to adjust to the cloud application processes, which are built based on the industry best practices. So some of these changes need to be communicated ahead of time. Training for all the employees need to be provided, and hold their hands through the entire journey until they become conversant with using cloud applications. Moving ahead, I have just summarized everything in try to do it in one slide, but it's the same thing that I have explained until now. So I will skip this and move ahead. Maybe I'll stay for 30 seconds for you to absorb what's here. But again, it's all about control in terms of in case of on-premise, but at the cost of additional costs and lack of flexibility. Again, cloud, there is pay as you go, but there are challenges around compliance and then security, which many companies do offer now. As I cover additional slides, I will explain. Moving ahead, some of the strategies that one can deploy to ensure successful migration. So what's extremely important is thorough planning. A lot of time needs to be spent absolutely to properly strategize the migration. So that means having a proper RACI, and then timelines, involvement of right teams, especially the IT, data security teams, right from the beginning of the project. Having the right project manager, training your project managers adequately before start of the project, and then ensure that you allocate adequate amount of resources required. So these are absolutely important for a successful migration. Any loopholes here could derail the entire project, and oftentimes we come to know only after the project is implemented that certain things are not taken care of, especially around security and then IT, and then the instances where they are maintained, and then reserve instances for that matter, or the replications that are to be maintained. Strong governance, having a frequent review with management, the sponsors of the project within the organizations, like the CFO, CIO, sometimes the CTO, or any other functional head, is extremely important. And it's very important to keep all the stakeholders informed of the progress, challenges, and then any other tweaking that needs to be done in the project. And always try to use as much as possible the cloud native solutions, which are easy to use and enhance scalability and provide you proper information about the usage and licensing as well. So moving ahead, I have listed some of the this is from a Gartner report, although it is available in public domains for all of you to look at. So this is a small chart that actually is, so Gartner every year publishes this. So this is a ERP for product-centric enterprises. Product-centric enterprises are generally the manufacturing companies or any companies that manufacture or sell products. So Oracle Fusion, as you can see, is listed as a leader, followed by Microsoft, SAP, Infor, Epicor, Oracle NetSuite as the challengers, visionaries, and like that. There are companies, for smaller companies, you can always consider Zoho or a few other applications. But that is what is listed. These are all global softwares that are available, generally the ERPs. This is for product and this is for service centric. So as you are aware, the requirements of service centric enterprises could differ from that of product. And as you can also see in terms of, except for the Oracle, everything else is different here. There is Workday for service companies, and then Oracle NetSuite has become a challenger and moving towards leadership role. Microsoft Dynamics has gone down and SAP has gone up. So there are many applications like this that can be considered, evaluated, especially when it comes to cloud ERPs. I've listed a few service providers. These are global service providers. I couldn't find anything specific for India, but I found Wipro Cloud and a couple of other smaller service providers that provide a lot of services within India and are cost effective. But really, the big ones, they are global. They are all available in India as well. So it's really AWS, Microsoft Azure, Rackspace, Google Cloud, Oracle, IBM, and Wipro Cloud that's coming up as well. So the kind of service provider you would need would depend on many factors, including where do you want the servers to be located, what is the volume of data, and what is the demography of your resources, and then the uh, flexibility and security that you are looking for in your cloud service provider. So all of these have to be considered, and of course the cost. Uh, each of these uh, can be highly negotiated. We have done it, so it is possible to negotiate, and the bigger volume, better negotiation powers that you will have. Moving ahead, so cloud versus on-premise. So which is the right option? So it really is case-to-case basis. While cloud offers a lot of opportunities for costs and savings and flexibility, scalability, and all of that, on-premise has its own advantages. You can actually customize your softwares. You can keep it very close to your locations, make it fully secure, and many other things. I'll just read out what I have put together here. So whether you should choose an on-prem or the cloud depends on your requirements. For instance, if security is a big concern, on-premise might be the right option for you, but many reliable cloud providers also offer a good level of security. You should certainly evaluate before making a decision of on-premise. If you don't have the budget to buy or maintain your own hardware, servers, space, then cloud should definitely be the best option. Additionally, the cloud is more flexible and scalable. You can add more resources anytime as your company grows, and it is almost seamless in terms of how you can add resources on cloud. So it's for a growing company which is a SaaS based, have a technology flair for technology. I think cloud is the right solution. With this, thank you for giving me this opportunity, and if there are any questions, I can take those. Uh, Please let me know if you have any questions or how do we handle the topic.
Yes, sir. As we receive the questions, we will pin it to the screen. So it was a wonderful presentation, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for
It
giving
was
me this
really
opportunity.
very, very enlightening and very interesting topic, which actually in a very simple language, which you try to explain, highlighting on the types, the drivers which are flowing up with the cloud momentum and the benefits behind it. And especially, I like the data security compliance, how cloud service is providing security measures. That was quite interesting. And of course, the ERP for product centric enterprise and the cloud service centric enterprises. And thank you for giving the insight on which is the best one to be chosen, the on premise or the cloud one. So thank you so much, sir. We have some questions which have been pinned. Which one is more beneficial and secure, private, public, or on premise cloud? Sir is available.
I think some disconnection. Maybe which one is more beneficial and secure, private, public, or on-premise cloud? Like all the clouds they come out with some cost plan. So mostly the on-premise cloud and the private clouds are cloud are little cheap. So yes, sir. Welcome, sir.
Yeah, sorry, I got suddenly
Yes, sir.
locked down.
So which one is
Yeah,
more beneficial
so
and
there is a
secure?
question.
Yes.
Of course, the most secure is really uh, on premise, as I explained earlier. But private clouds is akin to on premise, but only thing is you don't have to spend on the space and few things. So the hardware is procured for you. All the security credentials and everything else is defined by you, and therefore the most secure would be in this order: on premise, private, and then public. Blockchain and tool as a service. I am sorry, I'm not fully into this, but this is something for me also to learn. Thank you, sir. So this is something for me to learn as well. Uh, Not sure. So what happens is it's not just only the IT hardware and software costs, right? For example, if you install a software on cloud, what happens is your service provider will take care of all your upgrades. For example, Edis Global actually hosts all its softwares on the cloud, so we only provide SaaS services. Now in case of an on-prem, the customer has to upgrade our software every 2 years because it's a highly regulated environment. Companies have to be always on the latest version, so they spend a lot of money on upgrading our software because everything is on-prem. Our engineers have to travel and all of that. So on SaaS, our proposition is that we provide them the latest software all the time. So that's a big cost savings. So it's not just hardware and software costs, but also maintenance of these applications and many other aspects as well. I would say over 3 to 5 years, one would certainly save, and cloud costs are only going down day by day, as I explained earlier. So it is very hard to put a number of 25% or 30%, 50%, but in the medium to long term, cloud would definitely be a cost-effective solution, sir. Well, many our company offers. So we are into a very niche and unique area called pharmacovigilance. So it's basically it's all about safety of the drug that is there in the market, and it's a highly regulated environment with company with FDA, especially the Food and Drug Administration, and then EMA, the European Medicines Agency, and all of that. So they're constantly changing and updating the laws and regulations and all of that. So if you, as a software provider, we are required to maintain the application that is compliant with all the regulations on drug safety. So therefore, the onus is on the service provider to maintain the maintain a application that is meeting the required governance and laws, and whether it is GDPR, HIPAA. Not just that, also the requirements of the drug safety. If there is an adverse event when somebody takes a medicine, and if there is an adverse event, what companies have to do and how they need to react. All of these are required by laws and regulations, and our application provides these kind of solutions to companies. Therefore, the companies don't need to really be all the time looking at regulations, while they have to look at it from their own compliance perspective. But the SaaS, as a SaaS service provider, we undertake that our application is secure and is meeting all the governance and laws. At the same time, that's about a SaaS application that is owned by a third party, and you become a subscriber to it, and then you are always going to have an application that is meeting all the required regulations and applications. But at the same time, ERPs, right? So there are where the data should reside, and how the data should remain, how long the data needs to be maintained. All of these are generally in the hands of the subscriber, and therefore you need to, where do you want the data to reside, how long do you want the data to reside, what kind of retrievability you need, how do you archive the data. All of that needs to be designed by the subscriber. So I would say it's a combination of the subscriber and the cloud service provider to make sure, while they can provide the application that is fully secure and meeting the guidelines and laws, but you need to also define specifically about what is applicable to your specific organization. So it's a combination of both. It's always a partner driven, so a cloud is a partner rather than a vendor to you. So you need to clearly define in conjunction with your cloud service provider as to what aspects do they take care of, what are in your scope. I think 3 o'clock, 2 more
Yes.
minutes.
So,
So if there are any questions I can take, I'll try to answer, but I can't guarantee I answer everything. I'm also a finance professional. Yes, this is clearly a yes, sir. Depending on the size of your organization, although, but platforms are always upgraded, maintained, and you just need to use. Over to you, sir. Thank you all for giving
Thank
me this opportunity.
Thank you so much, sir. Very wonderful presentation at the first slot, and then answering with a lot of explanations with the queries which has been raised by the participants. Thank you so much. Delighted to have you here, sir. Thank you, sir.
I'll switch off my camera now.
We are moving.
I'll let
Yes, sir.
the program to
Yes, sir.
continue.
Moving on to the valedictory. I take the pleasure, CMA Srinivas Prasad, TCA, a distinguished council member, chairman of the Information Technology Committee, and the chairman of members in Industry Committee, played an instrumental role throughout the 5-day session. His contributions were truly exceptional, and he actively assisted in the seamless execution of the programs. His expertise shone through as he graciously responded to questions, providing invaluable insights and guidance. Furthermore, CMA Prasad's unwavering support and encouragement were a source of inspiration for our esteemed speakers, igniting their passion and enthusiasm. I take the privilege to invite CMA Srinivas Prasad ji to deliver the valedictory address. Sir, over to you.
Yeah, just give me a minute. I'm on a vehicle. Okay, just give me a
Yes, sir.
minute.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
आप 10 रुपए का कोई भी ये ले लेना, मैं मीटिंग में हूँ।
This 5-day program was truly very enriching, and it really had a lasting impact on various fields. So, yes, if sir is ready.
Yeah, madam. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes. Yes.
I'm traveling to the airport. In case the network connectivity goes off, you may have to excuse me. Okay. And it was a
Yes.
really a scintillating experience, even for us, all people from the institute. And from the institute side, we would definitely like to place on record our gratitude and appreciation to CMA Rakesh Ravishankar, who had been instrumental and the bridge between the institutions and the institute. So my first thanks goes to him and to Guru Nanak College, where I had been a speaker earlier also. So it is always a wonderful experience to visit Guru Nanak College and then go to the Gurudwara, offer your prayers and all. A great college. So thanks to the college. Now coming to the valedictory portion, we started with the ERP. We had 8 keynote speakers from the institute, and we started with the ERP. And we had a wonderful speaker by Mr. Guru Prasad, who had joined us from Bangalore. So he was explaining about a one-stop solution on business process integration. So ERP, all of you must be knowing that that is the important thing which is happening, and it is there in even in our country, almost more than 2 decades now. But S4 HANA, SAP S4 HANA, and then the financial ERPs are there. So there are a lot of things which is happening. So we are very happy that we were able to give the insights about the ERP system to our members as well as to the students and faculty, so that people who want to take their career and profession in ERP as a domain expert on any of the areas, maybe on the finance, maybe on the HR, maybe on the materials management, production, whatever it is, they should be able to take as a career. And we will be very happy from the institute side or on our personal side, myself and Rakesh will be always there to help the students and the faculty on this. And as I told in the beginning, this will be a sort of curtain riser program because we have been touching many areas in this 5 days. And then we will be able to do much better programs, bigger programs, full day or 2 days workshop and all also we will be able to do. So in case if any of the institution or college wants, we will be able to do that also. Then next day, on the second day, all of you must be remembering we had a wonderful person, CMA S. Vasudevan, who was on the artificial intelligence and big data. Big data is a new name which is given, but the volume of data has increased. So you need a very powerful systems to do that. So big data is the one, and we know one of the biggest automotive company, Tata Motors, they use big data, and one of our member, he is the vice president of the Tata e-mobility solutions, and they use big data and all. And then we had the robotic process automation in business, Mr. Venkatakrishnan Swaminathan, who was there, and then he was able to lucidly explain as to how we will be using the RPA. Previously, robot means it was a hardware. If all of us know, he was talking about a robot called Lakshmi in the bank. Like Lakshmi is a female robot, and then it talks 4 languages and all. See, this is mainly on what do you call a physically what you can see. RPA, robotic process automation in business, is software driven, and where all of you know we talked about OCR, optical character recognition, and then through that it intelligently picks up the what is the where is the date in whichever within the document, wherever the date is there, it will pick up and then it understands it's a date. Wherever the company name is there, it will pick up and then understands the quantity, it understands. It's a wonderful way of optical character recognition. Even some of people who are using visiting card, I don't normally take anybody's visiting card when they give. I have a software, it's called a cam card, and then you scan the visiting card, you take a photo, it scans everything and puts address, mobile number, email ID on its own place, and then you can save it on your mobile phone itself, or you can send it across to your cloud. So we talked about that, and then the ONDC, though I was not able to fully attend that, Rakesh ji ne told that ONDC was a real wonderful thing. So on that day only we had Mr. Manoj Kumar Anand, who hails from Punjab, and he was extremely excited and elated to hear the Qurbani prayers, and he specifically told me, please thank them on my behalf when you are addressing the college on the valedictory. And he has assured and promised that in his next visit to Chennai, he will visit the college and meet all of you. So I thought I should send his message to you and his best wishes to the college. So we had a YNDC network, and these were basically what are all the digital initiatives that is being taken by the government of India. That is what we discussed on the day, including taxation in India. All of you must have seen, as individual taxpayers, now your job has become very, very easy if you really look at it, because the 26 with the 26 years automatically getting updated. So if you are only a salaried person, then your tax return becomes so easy. You can say yes or no. The moment you say yes, tax return is done. If your KYC, everything is done. So that is how it is. And on the fourth day, that is yesterday, we had the cyber security on the recent trends, and MIS and executive information system. That also we did that, and we were very, very happy to have Mr. Ravi Kumar Ramachandran and CMA and Tata Sastri. So they were all doyens of the subject. So we thank them all, and if you really look at it, on the third day we had a technical session on ONDC. Mr. Ram Gopal Suryanarayanan, he's an SAP consultant and trainer, and we have our own member Nellai Kumar. One good thing what has happened in these kind of workshops is we are able to get pan-India resource persons. Mr. Nellai Kumar is from the Pearl City, near the Pearl City, I would put it that way, from Tirunelveli. And then we have people from Chennai and people from Bangalore. We had people from Pune attending all these things. Okay, so it is a real thing. And then Ravi Kumar Ramachandran and Tata Sastri are great domain experts on this. And today you must have heard one of our council member Avijit Goswami, who was an NRI till last year. He had been a globetrotter, so he was able to give on the cloud for finance and its security as a keynote speaker. And I was very, very happy that Mr. Praveen Hebali came in today as the speaker for this particular thing. And then I was seeing the question and answers at the end. And one very good thing is quite a sizable numbers. On an average, about 500 members from our institute have logged in through our webinar portal, and I think equal number or more students and faculties have come. And then we had the first day itself, in the night it was 1611 views, must have gone up to 2000 on the first and second day. Maybe Rakesh can correct me the figures. So for us it is really a very successful joint program from the college and the institute. And then I would really like to thank your General Secretary and Correspondent Shri Manjit Singh Nair, and our President Mr. Dalwadi, and Principal Mr. M.G. Raghunathan, our Vice President Mr. B.B. Nayak. For some reasons, personal, he is not able to attend. So he sends his wishes and then the best wishes. and all the blessings to the students and Dr. Avai Kodai and CMA Rakesh Ravishankar and the organizing secretaries Dr. R. Geeta and Dr. M. Ramila. So thanks to every one of you. In case I have left out some of the names, I think you may have to excuse me. And thank you very much and all the very best. Looking forward to have joint programs and knowledge sharing between the Institute, Guru Nanak College. So we are always looking for this kind of opportunity for a joint program and having a good synergy of the whole networking and other things. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir. That was really, really encouraging, and the way you motivate people is part of. Like, thank you so much, and of course, we will have yet a more number of programs jointly to be done along with this Institute of Cost Accountant. So, thank you so much for having, though you are traveling, but then took so much of time to be with us. So, thank you for that also, sir. Thank you so much.
In fact, I am
I
coming back to
invite.
Chennai. I'm on way to airport at Delhi.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Please go ahead, doctor.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. May I now invite our beloved head, Dean Commerce, Dr. T.K. Avekode, the convener of the Capacity Enhancement Program, to present the report of CEP on Information Technology. Madam, please.
A very good afternoon to all of you. I, as the convener, deem it as my proud privilege to present my report on the 5-day Capacity Enhancement Program. The 5-day Capacity Enhancement Program on Information Technology in Commerce and Business, impeccably executed by the PG and Research Program of Commerce, Guru Nanak College, in collaboration with the esteemed Information Technology Committee of the Institute of Cost Accountants of India, stands as a beacon of knowledge dissemination and professional enrichment. This report encapsulates the highlights and critical takeaways from this pivotal event. On day 1, September 11, 2023, the inauguration commenced with a welcome address by Dr. T.K. Avekode, Dean School of Commerce. She articulated the significance of IT in contemporary commerce. The solemnity of the event was elevated by the distinguished inaugural address delivered by Dr. M.G. Raghunathan, the principal of Guru Nanak College, who underscored the pivotal role of educational institutions in propagating the virtues of IT adoption. A defining moment unfolded with a presidential address by CMA Ashwin Kumar Dalwadi, the esteemed president of the Institute of Cost Accountants of India. His address illuminated the central role of cost accountants in leveraging IT for transformative business growth. The day culminated a thought-provoking technical session 1 conducted by CMAV Guru Prasad, Vice President, Family Office Bengaluru, shedding light on ERP as a comprehensive solution for business process integration. Day 2, September 12, 2023, commenced with a scholarly keynote address 2 delivered by CMA Neeraj Dhananjay Joshi, which marked the inception of discussions pertaining to IT in management accounting. Keynote Address 3 by CMA Ashish Prakash underscored this global perspective on IT's role in modern business. The technical session 2 meticulously dissected the nuances of artificial intelligence and big data in business, an enlightening exposition by CMA S. Vasudevan, Director of Business Development at the Institute of Analytics, USA. Technical Session 3 delved into the world of robotic process automation in business, wherein CMA Venkatakrishnan Swaminathan from Omega Healthcare Management Services Private Limited imparted profound insights. On day 3, September 13, 2023, the keynote address 4 and keynote address 5 by CMA Manoj Kumar Anand and CMA Rajendra Singh Bhatti, respectively, offered multifaceted perspectives on IT in business, ranging from professional development to government initiatives. Technical Session 4 expounded on ONDC network and other initiatives by the Government of India, a session enriched by the invaluable contribution of Sri Ram Gopal Surya Narayanan, a SAP consultant and trainer. Technical session 5 delved into technology initiatives in taxation in India, led by CMAR Nellai Kumar, renowned as a concept guru at Prakademic and a distinguished cost accountant at Nellai and Co. Day 4, September 14, 2023. There was a keynote address 6 and keynote address 7, and these were delivered by CMAP Vinay Ranjan and CMA Suresh Rachappa Gunjali, respectively. They underscored the pivotal role of IT in education and business promotion. Technical Session 6 offered profound insights into the realm of cybersecurity, recent trends, a meticulously orchestrated presentation by CMA Ravi Kumar Ramachandran, Enterprise GRC and Agile practitioner, distinguished cybersecurity specialist, and professional Scrum Master. Technical Session 7 delved into the intricate subject of management information systems and executive information systems in business, adroitly presented by CMAN Shastri Tata, Managing Director of Chennai Operations at RSM India. On day 5, September 15, 2023, the program culminated with a keynote address 8, an insightful exposition by CMA Abhijit Goswami, focusing on the strategic utilization, cloud technology in finance, and the paramount importance of its security. The event's zenith was reached during Technical Session 8, which cast a spotlight on cloud for finance and its security, brilliantly elucidated by CMA Praveen Hebali, Senior Vice President of Finance and Country Head India at Aris Global. The program concluded with a profound validatory address by CMA Srinivasa Prasad, TCA, the distinguished chairman of the Information Technology Committee and member in Industry Committee at the Institute of Cost Accountants of India, who reiterated the enduring significance of IT in shaping the landscape of commerce and business. To conclude, the 5-day capacity enhancement program on information technology in commerce and business stands as a testament to the synergy of academia and industry expertise. The program, a reservoir of knowledge, provided participants with an enriched understanding of IT's far-reaching impact on commerce and business. The collaborative efforts of Guru Nanak College and the Institute of Cost Accountants of India have laid a solid foundation for advancing IT awareness and competence in the professional landscape, fostering innovation, efficiency, and growth. On behalf of the PG and Research Program of Guru Nanak College, I take this opportunity to express my sincere thanks to the President of the Institute of Cost Accountants of India, Sri CMA Ashwin Kumar Dalwadi, and the Vice President of the Institute, Sri Vibhuti Bhushan Nayak, for extending all their support for the smooth conduct of this program. I also thank the advisors of this 5-day capacity enhancement program, Sri CMA Srinivasa Prasad Sir, Council Member, Chairman, Information Technology Committee, and our proud alumnus, CMA Rakesh Shankar Ravi Shankar, for all their efforts to successfully organize this mega event. I am sure that they will definitely extend their continuous support to the PG and Research Department of Commerce to organize many such events in future. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
so
madam.
much, ma'am, for elaborating the entire sessions which has been happening, and of course, thanking the respective dignitaries. Thank you so much, madam. An exceptional alumnus of Guru Nanak College, CMA Rakesh Shankar Ravi Shankar's presence and involvement greatly enriched our program, leaving a lasting impact and setting a high standard for conducting valuable and purposeful sessions. We are truly grateful for his outstanding contribution and looking forward to his continued guidance in our future endeavors. I take the pleasure in inviting CMA Rakesh Shankar Ravi Shankar Cost Accountant, Assistant Professor of Commerce, DDGD, Vaishnav College, to deliver a special address on this occasion. Sir, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Maybe whatever words you say, I'm a proud alumni, I'm very happy. But for all other things, whether I deserve, I leave it to the choice of the Almighty to shower the blessings. Specifically, I wanted to thank Dr. T.K. Abekodai, from whom I learned the accounting. And she has put in 33 years of service. So I'm very blessed to conduct such joint programs. Thank you so much, ma'am, for the
Thank you, Rakesh.
support.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Because I know that from morning 8 o'clock till 4:30, you are completely scheduled with the administrative work. In spite of that, you allotted time for this program for the benefit of the students. So you have set a benchmark. So, and our institute, our president has also recognized that since 2021, we are conducting the joint programs post the MOU. So this has to go on for a long time.
It's our pleasure, Rakesh, and the credit goes to you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. The students and the staff who were coordinating with me for the past 10 days, they had one question. Sir, what makes you to run around between that 1:30, 1:45, you come again, you go for meetings. In our Hindu culture, they say we have 7 generations. ஏழு பிறவியும் ஏமா புடைத்து அப்படின்னு ரொம்ப அழகா வள்ளுவர் சொல்வார். So the what I am today is because of my Jai Gopal Garodia school and the Guru Nanak College, and the recognition whatever I have is because of the Vaishnav College and the institute. So without all these, I'm nothing. I'm nowhere. I'm not recognized for my individual name. I'm recognized for the quality what these institutions have given, and especially I owe a lot to my school and to the college. In many places, I used to say that if there is that 7 generations, so 1 generation I have enjoyed, another 6 more generations, I would like to have the same tenure in the Guru Nanak College with the same set of faculty, commencing from Professor C.K. Krishna Gopal, Dr. Marlene Morais, Professor Jabraj Samuel Adekalam, Professor Ravikumar Yedumalai, Professor P.A. Satyanarayana, Professor B. Ravichandran, we had Professor Tripura Sundari, we had Professor Arulalan, Professor S.C. Ramamurthy, and all those faculties were really stalwarts. I think my generation was one of the blessed generation to have such faculties. So, அந்த 6 பிறவி இருந்தது அப்படின்னா அதே குருநானக் காலேஜ் அதே ஒரு ஆம்பியன்ஸோட இருக்கணும் அப்படிங்கறது என்னுடைய ஆசை. And I make up. Yes, sir.
Rakesh, take me along with you. I will also be a student in Guru Nanak.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely, sir. And I appeal to all the members who are watching this program to connect your alumnus body with the institute to conduct such joint programs so that we can contribute to the nation building and to the service of the students. And the students who are watching the program, so after graduation, wherever you go and establish, so always have a connect with the organization and the college. ஏன்னா அன்ன சத்திரம் 1000 வைத்தல் ஆலயம் 10000 நாட்டல் அன்ன யாவினும் புண்ணியம் கோடி ஆங்கே ஒரு ஏழைக்கு எழுத்தறிவித்தல். Maybe some student will get blessed and know his standard of living and education will change. So thank you so much. My heartfelt thanks to the GS of the college, Sardar Majid Singh Nayar, to Dr. T.K. Abekodai and Dr. Geeta, Ramila, and the student coordinator Akil, who have been toiling for the past 10 days. So Akil has been working till 11:30, 12 o'clock. He was keeping me running on my toes. So thank you, Akil, so much. God should bless you. You should enter into a premier institution as per your dreams, and come back to the Guru Nanak College as a proud alumni. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. That was really inspiring. And people don't just say that you have done, but then people found it to be an excellent one. And that's the reason why we are telling that we are very happy to have you in our midst. So thank you so much. So to quickly conclude, a very good evening and express my heartfelt gratitude. Come to the end of this remarkable capacity enhancement program on information technology in commerce and business 2023. It has been an enlightening and enriching experience, And I would like to extend my sincere thanks on behalf of PG and Research Department of Commerce, Guru Nanak College, and Information Technology Committee, the Institute of Cost Accountants of India. First and foremost, I would like to express our deepest appreciation to CMA Ravi Shankar for conceptualizing and executing this program in association with our ever-energizing organizing secretaries, Dr. R. Geeta, Assistant Professor, and Dr. M. Ramila, Assistant Professor, PG and Research Department of Commerce, Guru Nanak College. Your commitment in advancing knowledge and skill in the realm of information technology has left an indelible mark on all of us. A big thank you, President, Vice President, and all the distinguished keynote speakers, technical section speakers who have generously shared their expertise and knowledge with us throughout this program. Your ability to make complex IT concepts accessible and have made this program not only educational but also enjoyable. Your real world perspectives have provided us with a deeper understanding on how information technology is transforming commerce and business. Our gratitude to the chief patrons, Mr. Manjit Singh Nayarji, General Secretary and Correspondent, Principal Dr. M.G. Raghunathan, Convener Dr. T.K. Avekode, Advisor CMA Srinivas Prasad TCA, and CMA Ravi Shankar. My sincere thanks to all my department colleagues who spend their valuable time and effort for their pivotal role in success of this program. As CMA Rakesh said, special thanks goes to our beloved student, Mr. Akhil, 3rd BCom, for having given a complete technical support in conducting this program in a very smooth way. Thank you, Akhil. I thank all our fellow participants for having actively engaged themselves, enthusiastic participation in discussion, debates, and collaborative exercises have added immense value to this program. We have learned not just from the instructors, but from each other. And that collective learning is learning experience, which is invaluable. As we depart from this program, armed with newfound knowledge and skill, let us not forget that our learning does not end here. It is our responsibility to apply what we have learned to our respective fields and contribute to the advancement of commerce and business through information technology. Once again, thank you all for making this capacity enhancement program a resounding success. Let us carry the lesson learned here forward and continue to strive for excellence in our professional endeavors. Thank you so much for having been with us. Thank you, and for the opportunity given to me. Thank you.
Organizers, apart from all the takeaways, the best takeaway of this program is starting exactly on time and ending today exactly on time. So it's a greatest discipline lesson learned by all of us. Kudos to Guru Nanak College and Rakesh Ravishankar. The more we get discipline, the more the better nation will be. Jai Hind.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all.
I'm leaving